Hey, I'm getting creative on how to get these walls finished on the inside of the house. I have to. They say an eco-friendly house can't be built in 150 days for $150,000, and I say it can. I'm Alan Smith. Join me as I push the limits with time, budget, and creativity with the Garden Home Challenge, exclusively on ehowhome. I've got this idea I want to apply to the walls inside the house because we've got to save some money. If you think about doing drywall, you know, the typical sort of sheetrock approach, you know, it's going to cost, the lowest price we found has been like 50 cents a square foot. But honestly, I got another price from a guy and it's going to be closer to 66 cents a square foot. So I've seen in some really interesting places using boards horizontally on the walls. I just want to show you taking 1x material, that's 1x6s and 1x8s in this case. So I found some 1x8s here, and then these are 1x6s, and what I'm wanting to do is I want to sort of mix them up and just envision this as a wall in the house. And you can see the variations in the boards, sort of the knots and the different irregularities. And I like the idea of, rather than going with just all 1x6s like this, throwing in a 1x8 board. So these would be the walls of the house, and Tony would pull these together where there would be not hardly a crack at all in it. Now, if we did tongue and groove with this, which means that they would marry together, it would be more expensive. I think that I can talk to Chuck into making me a deal on these. If I buy, and I don't remember how much I need, I think I need 4,000 feet of this. But when I talked to him last week, he said on the 1x6s, I could get those for 49 cents if I bought a whole pallet of them. Well, I'm gonna buy more than that. I'm gonna buy 4,000 square feet of it, and if I could get it for 49 cents, maybe 47 cents a square foot, I mean, that means I can do the entire house for $2,000. And this is going to look great because we're going to apply paint to it. It's just going to have a really wonderful rustic feel. It's going to really be just what we need for our farmhouse chic style approach. Now, you may look at this and you may go, well, look at the irregularities here. When you're buying #2 material, you got to overlook some of this. Down here, there's some cracks. You got some knot holes. Two things. One, you can fill this in with some putty so you don't actually leave that gap. Some people would like that gap. I'm going to paint this, so you can do all kinds of things to fill in these irregularities. I would use a product called Kills on these knots because there's a lot of resin in the knots of this pine, and over time it will discolor at those places. And then here with these cracks, that can just be filled in with wood putty. People do it on the vertical, but I really think horizontally it just looks so old-fashioned, and that's what we're going for. We're going to do this a really light color, so it's going to look really chic. If you're enjoying these creative and affordable ways to get this house finished, make sure you subscribe to ehowhome and keep following us.